In math, if we have complicated statements, we often use truth tables to decide if it's valid or invalid. So we have two premise here. If you bought bread, then you went to the store. And the premise, you bought bread. So we want to conclude, did we go to the store? And we want to see if that happens in all situations. And so you'll see this truth table here, and the labels on the top of the truth table are already set up for you. Depending on the professor you have for this course, you may learn how to do this yourself, or they may set up those headings for you. Okay, so we want all the possible combinations between the bought bread and went to the store, whether it's true or false. So buying bread is going to be the B. And going to the store is S in our table. So we have true, true, false, false for our bread. And we have true, false for going to the store. And you can see these are all the possible combinations. True, 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 false, false, true, and false, false for our situation here. Now, whenever we have an arrow, okay, and that is called an if-then statement. Whenever we have one of those, the only time it's false is if we have if something's true, then something's false. So this is the only time this is false. Every other situation, it's true. So if we have, like in the first line, we have B going to S. So B to S, true going to true, that's true. The next one, true going to false, that's the false one. False to true is true because the false was first. It's only when the true is first and then the false is second that that's false. And false to false is also true. The next part of this, we still have this B arrow, this if-then for S, B arrow S. And then we also have this symbol with another B. And so that symbol is an AND symbol, and B. So we're looking at this line here and this line here. Now, in order to have a true statement there, both things have to be true. So it has to say true and true to be true. So let's take a look. We have true and true, that's true. True and false, that's false. False and true, that's false. And false and true, that is also false. So the only time an and statement is true is when we have true and true. That makes something true. Lastly, now we take this line here and we want it to go to, so if this line to the line of S. So that's this line here. So our arrow is going from true to true. That's true. It's this, in this situation here, true arrow F, that we're going to get that F. So now we're going F to F. That's also true. F to T. Since the F came first and then the T, that's also true. F to F is also true. So we ended up with a whole line of T, which is called a tautology. And when we have a tautology in these truth tables, this conclusion right here is valid, which you may have already suspected from those two premise and the conclusion. If you bought bread, then you went to the store. Well, you bought bread. Well, that means you probably went to the store. But checking with the truth tables is the best way to figure out whether this situation is true in all of the possible cases.